Hi, I'm Michael Hughes. I've been an event manager for over 10 years. I've worked over 300 events, and I really love helping charities reach their goals. When I get staffed on an event, the first touch point is an introductory email with the client, where we'll set up a pre-event call, and I'll receive the login details for the fundraising campaign site. On the pre-event call, you'll run through everything that's on the pre-event call checklist, including check-in, check-out, fundraising activities, and who your main point of contact will be on the day. Next, you'll text your support staff, asking for a response, and in that text, you'll let them know if there's parking on site, where you're gonna meet, and at what time. Okay, so it's the day of the event. When you first arrive on site is connect with the client. You'll finalize any details that need to be finalized, and you collect the equipment. If there are volunteers at your event and they are assisting in the fundraising activities, now will be the time that you'll train them. Once your staff arrives, you'll do a group huddle where you'll take them through the finer points in the run-through of the show, including what charity you're supporting, what time the pledge drive is going to be, and any really crucial moments in the evening. If any of my staff don't show up, I'll reach out to my staffing coordinator. Just remember, the whole internal team at Life Event Staffing is here to support you. So now we're ready for the guests to arrive. Remember, you want to have your staff ready to go about 15 minutes before the first scheduled guest is set to arrive. As the event manager, I'm going to be making sure that the flow is going well, that there are no backlogs with check-in. If anybody has any questions, they can come to me. I'll connect with the client. If there's any guest list issues, I'll help solve those. And throughout the night, I'm always going to be checking in with the client to make sure that everything is running smoothly on their end. Once the silent auction is over, it's usually time for the live auction. By this time, you'll have already connected with the auctioneer to talk about any important details, such as if there are multiple items that can be sold. Before the live auction begins, you're going to gather your staff to have a little huddle, assign people to different spots in the room and different duties, such as spotting, or once a guest has won an item, sending staff to that guest to collect their information. During the live auction, as the event manager, I'll be standing at the back, making sure I keep an eye on who the high bidder is, what their bidder number is, and what the final amount is. Once the live auction's complete, you'll gather all the live auction lot forms, and a great idea is to use your phone to take a picture of each form, just in case you misplace any of the papers. Once you've done that, you'll take all the numbers and input them into the system. For the live appeal, I always make sure I'm using the Life Event Staffing live appeal form. I'll have connected with the auctioneer to confirm the donation levels, and I'll make sure that 2 people from my team are scribing the donations as they come through and making sure 2 of the organization's team are also scribing. That way we can cross-reference the numbers at the end of the day before we enter anything into the system. One of my hot tips is to make sure you're audio recording the live appeal. Sometimes the auctioneer's a little muffled, or you'll have 2 people saying that they heard different numbers. It's a great reference to go back and listen to and make sure that we're charging the right guest for the right amount. It can sometimes get a bit hairy during this point in the evening, so if you can find a quiet place where you can focus on inputting the numbers correctly, that would be a great idea. When the fundraising activities have been completed and the data has been input, it's time for checkout. As the event manager, I'm going to make sure that my support staff are set up, ready to go by the time the event ends and guests are ready to check out. At the end of the event, I'll gather the support to thank them for all their hard work. I usually take this time to complete my event feedback, and then I'll connect with the client to make sure that they have all the information they need, such as total amount raised, etc. And if I've used any equipment, I'll hand it back over. So that's a day in the life of an event manager. Keep in mind that you should wear comfortable shoes and that every event is different, which is the exciting and fun part of being an event manager.